Very good afternoon to everyone. My name is Pawan Sharma, and you can say I'm born and brought up in healthcare. So, rather than going into the topic directly, I think we all need to understand where we are in healthcare because that background is required rather than jumping into creating the healthcare or the futuristic healthcare. So, one simple question I will ask. Like out of 10 times when we visited any clinic or hospital last time, maybe in 1 year or 10 years or 20 years, those 10 times, what was the problem? Was it so serious that you was needed to go to a hospital? Was it a procedure, surgery, critical emergency? I think the global number says 70 to 80% of the time, it's primary healthcare. So we have to address this one point. Now we have to look at what is happening in healthcare is last 20 to 30 years or 2 decades, we all have been seeing a lot of changes happening in healthcare. Today you can get pharmacy at home, you can get medical records online, you can talk to a doctor in USA in few clicks. I mean, there are a lot of things which have been done. And post-COVID, there was a huge surge in demand for home care because people were reluctant to go to the clinics and hospitals because of hygiene, because of infections, and because many initiatives have been taken during that period providing services at home. So people understood that even these services can be provided at home. Third point is, now what is going to happen in future? Now the future is going to be driven by technology, and there's a lot of surge in technological intervention in healthcare post-COVID. Few things which will happen in few years. I think there will be a phygital world. Now that phygital world will be the product of metaverse, AI, ML, NLP, all these things. What is the purpose? Purpose is that humans and machines should interact more and they should resolve the human problems more efficiently in a speedy manner, and this should offload the critical work which is at the physicians or clinicians, and also it should empower the users, so the patients, to manage their health in an effective manner and in a speedy manner. So all these changes are into the segment, but also the consumer behavior will change because of the new generation, because of the technological interventions. I think the expectations have gone up. Everything is needed very quick. Everything is needed very accurate. Workforce is becoming more efficient. A lot of niche areas are getting created. People are moving towards specializations. Communities are participating in resolving issues at large. And there is environment issue, social issues. So I think, in nutshell, there's a lot to be done in future in healthcare, because healthcare is something which is very dynamic and it is not going to stop anytime in future. So a lot of invention, innovations, and continuous efforts are required. I represent First Response Healthcare. Having 30 years in healthcare, we thought that we should initiate something which is futuristic. So a small video we will play for 1 minute and then we will go to the topic. Can we play the video, please?
Care. It has no limits because dedication, empathy, and compassion are endless. In 2018, with a founding team of 16 professionals, First Response Healthcare was established in Dubai with a single vision: to create a world where care is just a call away. In only 4 years, building a clientele of over 300,000 satisfied patients, we've crossed several milestones. But what truly sets us apart is the continued trust of our patients and clients. Today, First Response is a leading provider of on-site healthcare services in Dubai. We're the first healthcare company to be accredited by the Joint Commission International for our doctor on-call services. This global recognition makes us the first preference of both residents and tourists. We're also the first choice of world-class hotels to be their healthcare partners and serve their guests with international standards of care. Due to our robust digital presence, community programs, and CSR activities, healthcare services from First Response are available 24/7 for everyone in just one call, message, or click. We're licensed to offer all essential home healthcare services, ranging from doctor on call to pharmacy at home. Our average response time to reach you is just 26 minutes, from the moment we receive your call until we reach your doorstep. Today, we're a dynamic team of over 200 talented and highly diverse professionals, offering our services in Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah, Abu Dhabi, and Doha, and expanding to Riyadh, Manama, and eventually to the entire Middle East. The global healthcare landscape today is evolving through major technological advancements, and so are we. We are First Response. It is not just our name, it is our promise.
Thank you. We can go to the PPT. So, because the subject is to create a healthcare sustainable business, I thought it is worth highlighting that what is First Response and why I selected to start this. I had the knowledge of clinic, hospital, home care, diagnostics, pharmacy. I worked in all those segments. It was very easy for me to pick up one of the industry and start a business. But a sustainable business is when you really see a need for that. Like the first is that is there any need for the work which you are going to start? That is the first point. Now we thought of only two things, that why a person need to go to a clinic and hospital when these problems can be fixed at home. And with that thought, we started First Response. What we achieved is we have reached within 30 minutes to any location in Dubai. I know the road infrastructure of Dubai is different than India, but I'm talking about entire Dubai. I'm not talking about any one locality or a corner. So first we have reached in time, which is the first basic need of any patient. Secondly, we maintained the highest quality standards after getting the JCI to give a confidence to the patients that the treatment provided is of international standard, and we are maintaining it. Now, the result is that as a company, we broke even in the 4th month of the launch, and we have been growing very consistently year after year. We have started in 2018, it is almost 5 years. In 5 years, we are now in 4 different locations in Middle East, maybe 6 locations within this year. And I have multiple requests to start this business because this gap exists globally. You talk to me any city where a person would not like to be treated at home, it's everywhere. Second nightmare is for the tourist when they land in any city and they fall sick. Where they will go? They don't know about the healthcare facilities. So my point is that you have to understand if there is a gap in the market for any requirement, that should be the business model. Then only it is going to be more sustainable. You need not to push. There will be a pull in that business. Now coming to the point, which one? How to operate? Excuse me. This green one? Okay. So creating a sustainable healthcare business, I think we always understand sustainable business is more towards the, the business financial viability. But in healthcare specifically, there are a lot of elements which are connected with the environment and society. So a sustainable healthcare business means that you do something which takes care of your financial objectives as well as the society and as well as the environmental issues. Once you maintain all these 3 pillars, then this business will be sustainable for a long term. Approach is very simple, like as the other businesses, but I have to cover all the points. So you have to clearly define your mission and vision. Ideally, the mission should be what is the gap in the market. If you identify that gap, that should be your mission. And vision should be how this company is going to impact the industry. So say after the 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, how you are going to change the industry should be your vision. Now, once you are clear with these two statements, you have to understand the market and the needs. And doing this part, I think you have to involve all the stakeholders. That is very, very critical. Develop innovative and accessible solutions. I'll talk in detail all these points. Build a sustainable business model. Emphasize ethical and responsible practices, very important for the healthcare business. Focus on environmental sustainability. Foster a strong organization culture. Invest in research and development. Like you can see that R&D spent globally is the highest in healthcare, and it will continue because it's human body. And human body is related to all internal and external factors which are changing. So this is going to be a dynamic thing. Your health spend will keep on increasing because there will be a lot of spend or R&D. So I'm not advocating the affordability and reduced cost right now because this is not going to change. We have to find out ways and solutions how to manage these healthcare solutions. Implement robust monitoring and evaluation, leverage partnerships, network, secure funding, investment, and educate and advocate. So I think to create a sustainable healthcare business, these all points should be taken care. Then you can say that you will not you will not find any roadblocks on the road. Now coming to identify a clear mission and vision, as I have told you that it should define the purpose. Once purpose is clear, we should do the research. Now research should involve everything. What is the market size? What are the customers' behavior? What are the competition? What are the USPs? All these basic parameters have to be evaluated. When you take the information and do the research, involve all the stakeholders, whether it's a service provider, whether it's a clinicians, whether it is a investor, whosoever is involved, they all should be involved while making the final plan. Now, technology use is very, very important if anybody is planning to start the business or want to, ramp up the current business. The use of technology is important because the accessibility, the convenience, affordability, these are going to be the factors which will be driving the healthcare. And everybody is evaluating the performance of the company on these three parameters. So when you use the technology interventions, these three things can be achieved. Now, for example, if we don't have the high-end softwares in our system, we cannot ensure that our vehicles are reaching in 26 minutes because you cannot track. So I'm just giving very simple example. So small technological interventions can change your performance and they can fulfill the patient's requirement. Accessibility is again very important. Like you have created a solution, but it is limited to metro cities or maybe class A cities, then it is not the right solution because when you have the responsibility about the society, then you should create a solution which can reach the remote areas, reach up to the last mile patients. Now, everything is fine. If you're running a business, I think revenue is the lifeline. So you should have different revenue streams so that at least that pipeline continues so that you can experiment other things and build a sustainable business model. So revenue cannot be compromised to have a sustainable business model. Rest of the things depend on this revenue model. So have services which are multiple. Have the have the, so for example, in our case, when we started on-call doctor services, today, all those patients are using for different services. Today, we have 10 more services in the same patient segment. So keep, widening horizontally and vertically so that you have a complete structure to support your revenue plans. Cost management is very important because it's a startup session. Uh, the money you save is the money you earned. Okay. So even if you are saving 100,000 in a month, is equivalent to 100,000 profit for you. So cost management for any startup is extremely critical. Look at the things which you can do yourself. Look at the things which your team can do, like multitasking. Rather than hiring two people, suppose you give 1.5 times to the same person, still you are saving 0.5. So that kind of mindset should be there. What happens with this is that your existing manpower is happy, satisfied, and they're ready to extend more efforts towards the organization. So that kind of mindset should be there. Now, healthcare regulations are very stringent. I will not criticize, but Indian healthcare regulations are not so stringent. Are you understanding? Getting license or maintaining the data is very flexible here. When we operate in Dubai, every single item is tracked, and if we commit any mistake, next day you get a mail. So this kind of regulatory environment is worldwide. So you have to be very strong with your data privacy, with your confidentiality, or whatever regulations are there. So these things are non-negotiable when you are dealing with the healthcare. Transparency in operations, pricing, this boosts the patients or users' confidence in your company. So always keep it very open and transparent. As I've told that energy or environmental sustainability is a crisis worldwide. So whatever you plan to do, try to have all these elements factored into your business plan, whether saving energy, uh, biomedical waste management, or maybe using some biodegradable materials. All these things should be incorporated in your plan, because you don't know tomorrow if regulation comes and they issue that guideline and you are not prepared, then it can hamper your business. So it's better that you prepare all these points before you make your business plan. I think this is very important for any startup to have a right team, and that team should be with you. Just to give you an example, that we started this company in 2018 with 16 people, and 14 people are still in the company in 5 years. So as a startup, we should always have that sharing mindset, and then you can see that people are giving their 200% in the organization. And that brings the culture in the organization. Small things are recognized, rewarded. In 5 years, we have conducted 5 award functions. First function was done in the office, and last function was done in Atlantis. So it depends, it doesn't depend on how much money you have. It depends what you want to do. So you can celebrate on a table also, or you can celebrate in the sky also. It all depends that what you want to do. But that culture should be from day one. I think people understand what you are doing. So don't try to cheat them, be with them, handhold, and I think they will change the business. Diversity and inclusion is also very important, especially in Dubai, where we have 16 nationalities and we can talk 20 different languages in our office. You have to have very different work culture. Yeah. Because it's healthcare, so it's better that you continuously invest. Again, against your business plan, you should have a very strong monitoring and evaluation system. Quick decisions should be taken. If you are doing a good business which is needed in the market. You will have a lot of partnerships and networking. Even you not to run for it. So right business model is the key. When you have a right business model, you will get funding, investments, everything. And whatever good you have created, spend more time and efforts to educate people and create awareness about it. So finally, the keynote is that if you start your organization with all these points, you can have a very sustainable and futuristic business model which can take care of your financial goals, environmental goals, and social goals. Thank you very much. For more detail, we have a stall here on D11. If anyone wants to discuss, like, I'm more than happy to help people who wants to do something big in their life. Very simple. Right now, offline, online, Zoom, wherever you want to find me, I'm available. Okay? Thank you very much.